call.
And my producer as well. Okay. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Well, let's see what the bans come out like here. As we saw bans earlier on Consulate were Capitao, Nomad, Mira, and Valkyrie. Already starting off the same way here with the Capitao ban. All right. And now, going down the same way. So the defenders, where it could be different, but probably not. There's pretty typical bans for this map, so probably not going to see anything too crazy. And it started already. Although a different, no, it was the same way. It was Nomad and Valk for the same team. So will it be Mira for the last one? And no Echo. All right, well, first match here out of these 3 where Echo is finally banned. So that should be interesting. This is not a map where you really necessarily need to ban Mira, though, so that's not a really huge surprise just because there's limited ways to use it. It's not useless. I mean, there's uses on Garage. You can't even, if you want to, play to defend admin with it. It's not the most effective, but people do it. People try. So it's definitely a possibility. But I don't know. Looks like Factor might be bringing it out here for CEO, which makes me think they could go for defending it inside the admin closet, but nope. Got a 6-pick off of it to that Pulse. Bolo also sneaking a 6-pick to the Twitch there. Gridlock going to come out, try and stop some of those rotates. Pretty good lineups from both teams here, given what the bans were.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
See how they're going to set up the site, though. And we are going to see a Buck. Discussion earlier. Now, Chief definitely very good on Buck, especially on getting those nades where they need to be, so always good to see him on that. We'll, of course, have a Maestro. No surprise there. Rexon, being the player they've leaned on the most, it seems like, he's going to be on that dock. See if he can pick up the kills that they need. But it's really down to, is the rest of the team going to pick those up? Because it's always just been the Rexon show, I think, for this team, especially towards the end there, where it was, if he wasn't getting the kills, no one was. So hopefully he's going to be able to support the team, both just with the ACOG getting some kills, but also being able to heal up teammates, or at the very least keep himself alive.
I talked to Thomas at the Raleigh Major, and he was pretty excited at the start. Told me about change and such, and he's like, you know what? I think we got something. It's being cooked up here. It's very special. So I'm excited. Maybe that'll be the case. Pojo Man playing the Thermite. In other news, water flows.
Water flows.
There is water in the ocean.
And Milos has been awake too long.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I have to apologize, but this is what happens. It's Arabic called Hadayan. I don't know what it is in.
Oh, almost punched.
Yeah, Merc.
I mean, it's always a good Claymore, though. The last thing you want is any jump outs on there, and it's difficult to deal with those. Not everyone has impacts or something to deal with that. So, you got to appreciate the Claymore.
Well, there you go. Everything being sniped off here by Bolo on the Twitch. She's bringing the breaching charges, which is pretty darn sweet, right?
Yeah, we just had a discussion last map.
And if you're watching the VOD, make sure you go watch the other one.
See how Bolo couldn't even sit still when he wasn't even on a gun. Just antsy. But you saw that from Rexon as well, very antsy to kind of get things going early. So both teams really looking to kick this off fast. But that being said, it's still been slow to get inside. Although this is one of the few maps you can win almost entirely from outside. So we'll see smokes coming out. They also have the tracks to be able to deny rotates in. So very good operator usage here. And Pojo going for the plant. And, well, he's likely to get it off. Although the downstairs isn't helping and Trade's going out.
Great work here by Merc to shut things out. Smoke being thrown in the back. There's still one more left. But Luminosity have lost so much. And Bolo's entry really did slow down LG. I'm going to lose one more as the Chief will find Thomas and leaves Factor. And Hyena is the last two in. Factor throws up the Nitro Cell, but there's nobody on the other side. It comes out knocking. And, well, now you're facing 2 repels at each end of the window. An easy frag for Merc. Can't get the second one, though. Hyena has just too much ammo in that box. He's got 3 players to watch. There's utility aplenty. He's going to get shocked as well. He gets one more kill. For how long will he stay alive? He's going to go stick to the diffuser. Oh, no, there we go. He goes off of it at the last second. Realizes he either dies or gets shot. And it's all done.
I think you should always just die with it.
Yeah.
Just be brave. You never know. They could mess up.
Captain always goes down with a ship.
Yep. Well, good starting round there for TSM. Got a little messy towards the end, but Great execute. Again, that is one of those bomb sites you can play a lot from the outside. They took advantage of that. They weren't able to keep a lot of map control inside the map necessarily, but they had plenty of angles from the outside. And then the utility from Jarvis definitely working out for them in terms of covering that plant. And Pojo knows what to do. When it's plant time, he'll get that plant down, drop the lulls, make sure they get things going. Bolo is still twitchy. I think that operator name describes him at the moment. Might have also been changing something last second, but probably not. They are going to try the same thing again here. Playing up in console, otherwise known as CEO, with mostly the same lineup here. This time, though, they're going to change things up a little. Rexon's going to be on as Jaeger, so maybe there's a chance now they're going to be able to win this. Just because that's always been an important operator for him to play, and the Doc just didn't do enough for him last time. Maybe a bit too slow. He needs that roam flexibility. Hyena is going to stick on the Maestro as his factor on the Pulse. No real changes for TSM, though. It worked. I'm not sure if they know, it's going to be console again or potentially lobby or garage, but they know either way they're probably going to be taking the top floor, as that's the most common way to attack really all of the bomb sites on this map for the most part. Question is, are they going to try a similar attack strategy, or are we going to see them go for an admin or yellow stairs take? Rexon is setting up to defend yellow stairs with the ADSs at the top stairs. Might even play there himself, although he's such a good flex roamer, I would hate to see him trapped at the top of stairs, especially without a shotgun or anything to really play that aggressively. So hopefully he's just going to be able to kind of set up for another teammate to play the top of the stairs. Potentially the smoke. Always plays very well up there in terms of having the shotgun. But achieved so good on those nades, it's going to be difficult to stay up there alive if those get burned, if the ADSs get burned.
I wonder if TSM are going to go for an admin take. Bolo's watching for any runouts here. I guess they're expecting, the words from Luminosity. Let's see Bolo go for the same play as he did in the previous round, just entering the circle desk and holding on from there. But he's actually just going to set up one of his shock drones to hold off the hallway coming in from Piano. And Factor is still set downstairs. Thomas will find Merc with a shotty, so there's the Zofia dispatched.
Well done.
Was that a peek around the service stairs?
Oh, no, he probably caught him going to place the Claymore again.
Oh, yep.
It got placed, though.
Aye.
But yeah, last time he almost got shot trying to escape from it, and this time it was a little too predictable. I think he maybe needed some kind of distraction to be able to get that down. But yeah, that was a great read in terms of knowing that he would be doing that. But that's only one down. However, Merc is a top gunner for this team.
I see the Maestro camera set up here by Hyena, so this is Luminosity learning from their mistake.
Ooh,
oh, Bolo, what a shot. He finds the head of Thomas.
That's the angle to counter you, and he just counters it right back. All right, they are setting up for the execute similar to last time in terms of getting those tracks set up. They also have Pojo in position. Smokes come out when they're ready. They're just going to take out the Evil Eye, make sure there's no way to see through those smokes. This is all set up for an execute. All they've got to do is pull the trigger, but they've got to worry about how many players of Luminosity are still left alive, and that's what Bolo's job is now to take care of. And oh, the timing!
Oh, he actually hits it. Doodle is down. Oh, Bolo on fire here. Still a frag grenade in the back pocket of a Chief to use with 45 seconds. That's so much time. Maestro camera's already been dispatched. Smoke grenades are being thrown up, and Factor is the only man that can stop this. Nitro Cell will come out. Pojo should have escaped. No, it's Jarvis to take it all. And he's dead now. He had already used his utility, but Bolo will come in from behind. He'll find yet another kill. Make it a 3K. Two still left for Luminosity here on the retake as Bolo will find one more. That's a quad kill. Can he get the ace? Fires it! Bolo! Oh my god! He's back! He's alive! Bolo! Oh man, he's definitely playing.
Already 2 rounds back into Pro League and acing.
This is Bolo.
This is when Bolo plays.
This is literally when he plays. He's on fire. Chat, if you're not lighting up right now, I would be so disappointed.
I love that 4 of the kills were after he just breaches garage and just roams the whole map. It literally goes from bottom to top, slaying the rest of the team. I also like that they pinched. Achieved the way he was pinching the Jaeger at the top of the yellow stairs by just holding from the skylight, giving him nowhere to go while they did the exact same take and cut everyone off. It was well coordinated from TSM. They read the defense. They just started picking it apart bit by bit by bit. They did have a little bit less manpower losing Merc early, but the Claymore did get set up. And what that did was denied any kind of jump outs if they were to repel on that side like they had previously, to cover from connector window once the diffuser was planted. But it didn't really matter too much. And there is Bolo up there with 6 now. already more than the entirety of Luminosity, who only have 5 combined. So, good start for him. Now we will see the Mira come out here for Garage. They finally changed up bomb sites. The CEO is just not the play. We also saw it just really well played by TSM. Just calm execute. They didn't rush things once they had people in position. They just said, okay, we've got people in position. Achieved, you hold Jaeger there. Bolo, can you go ahead and go through the map, kill everyone?
Yeah, easy.
Easy. Well, it's a great distraction, right? But that was down to timing as well, catching Doodle when he did. I mean, it could have worked either way, but I don't think either of them were expecting to encounter each other in the garage right then. And that was just a great start. That was his second kill, though, because I believe he traded on to Thomas in exchange for Merc, but
worth
it. Sure. Or no, I think he got someone else. I think Thomas was still alive. I don't recall for sure. Either way, though, they are going to have to open garage now. So now Pojo's going to have to do a little bit more work than just planting. He's going to have to get the wall open as well. They do have a shock drone to potentially take out the mute jammers if they are trying to deny. Looks like Bolo does have that. Yep, and he did get that in. It's under the white band. Wall's getting open now. Pojo doing his job. Early in the round, Rexon goes down as well, playing that dock again. Not going to be healing anyone now. Merc has taken a bit of damage, but done potentially some as well. Nope, hasn't been able to hit anyone, but achieved on a great flank here as well. This is looking really good for TSM.
Yeah, Chiefs coming in from behind. Oh, he's so close. There's 2 players right up close to him. There you go. That's one kill. There's the second. No! Thomas turns around the last moment and wins it out here against the Chief, but the damage is already done. Vector solo and HP here on the Mira. There's a bulletproof camera, but it's on a soft wall, so easily dispatchable. The Mira window is really the thing that is stopping you. There's the shield as well that can delay, but Bolo's up close. He actually gets shot. Factor and taken out by Jarvis. The shotgun to the face was more than enough to drop Bolo to the floor. Things stabilized in a minute and a half. Today, we've just been experiencing these super fast-paced games.
Yeah, and the big problem here is Pojo didn't get the plant down, and now they know where the diffuser's at. So this is actually stalled out quite a bit here in the C4.
Oh.
Really making things hard here for Jarvis.
Doodle. So well done with a nitro. Jarvis alive. You got 1 set of tracks to use. Smoke grenade as well. You might have taken a bit of damage, but it's possible. That's
good utility to solo plant. Assuming you can make it work, because there's no smokes left in Thomas's pocket either. No C4 as well for the mute. This is just timing is everything, and utility in Jarvis's favor.
45 seconds, and Thomas is going to have his Mira window smoked off. The diffuser is being watched by Doodle, and that's really the big positive that LG have, other than the fact that they're up in a 2v1.
Unfortunately, Jarvis has not really moved.
If he can find this one, oh, it can just change the whole outcome, but no. Jarvis has to walk back up and face his opponent, and actually drops the mute now. He's down on the floor.
He realizes it?
He's going to have to fight it. 12 seconds left. He's going to try to come in from the back. The only way to win this is to go for the gunfight. Mirror window has been opened up, so you know you're going to have to deal with it from the opposite end. You're making so much noise and just retreating back. Thomas, the 200 IQ play, run away. That's all you need. Luminosity with a W.
Unfortunate for Jarvis, he is a slow operator. Throwing some barbed wire and a wooden barricade was not the play. Appreciate his calm in that situation, though, trying to make a play. I got to mention call-outs were going as well, people screaming in his ear. Unless they were calm, which would be good. But either way, a great clutch attempt. And really, that should have gone TSM's way. Just well-timed push back from Luminosity, stopping the defuse from getting planted. Because I feel like had that defuse gotten planted successfully from Pojo, I definitely think that could have gone TSM's way pretty swiftly. But either way, it's only 1 point advantage right now for TSM. They are going to go to lobby now as they don't want to try CEO again, and I don't blame them. We did see a bit of archive play earlier, the archive tellers, which was interesting. See it twice. See if we end up... I mean, we could still see it here from either of these two teams. It is an interesting play to make. They're going to get set up for this lobby defense. Got to imagine Thomas is probably going to play that bathroom, as smokes often do.
Yeah, I mean, he can play it in the top floor and then rotate down the hatch, but it kind of leaves you a bit too exposed. You rotate from yellow. There's just possibilities, and I wonder if there's somebody bringing the shield, because it'd be great to have the shield here to block off line of sight into the bathroom.
There is one on the bathroom door area, basically. to be able to fight the lobby a little bit more.
That's the perfect position really to have.
Oh,
it.
combined with the mirror window too. So you might even be able to see through the window and through the shield at the same time. Although, I mean, you can just see through the window. You don't need to see through the shield at the same time. But I just mean like either of those can be used.
You got to see through both.
You got to see through both. Double vision. Merc going again for the same Claymore, potentially, but Thomas this time focused on the floor. Oh, the timing, and Thomas wins it!
Oh, the shotgun.
Not even touched.
Played it so well.
Merc, Merc, Merc. That's 2 for Thomas.
Well, the mirror window being set up here against admin, which is going to force the Habana to deal with it. It's a pretty easy thing to go through. It always a bit of time. The mirror play is kind of questionable always when you're playing on consulate, right? But still, with that entry frag for Luminosity, you really have to be feeling good about it. They can just peel off, and it really is the onion defense. Hey, we're just going to go back. And then from holding on to admin via the break room, we're going to move back, play closer to connector, and from there move back. Actually, there's nobody playing inside of either connector or projector.
Yeah, Thomas is just abandoned ship.
I mean, he's done the work, right? He's gotten the kill.
Yeah, it's true. And the Claymore didn't get placed this time. Not that it matters as much at the moment. Although that can help post-plant if they need to fight people outside to get those jump outs. But at the moment, now Bolo has control, and he's finally playing something other than Twitch on the Ash. Still an aggressive entry operator here. He's got some drones coming out for him, so he's not droning for himself. That's always a pleasure to see, is someone getting droned for. And that will help Bolo get this kill. I mean, that one, easy for Bolo. He's still got 3 flashbangs in his pocket as well. Jarvis has got his utility, still 1 track stinger, 2 smokes, grenade here for Achieved, as well as quite a bit of skeleton key. Just so much utility left. This team does not waste a ton of utility early in the round, and I appreciate that because they save a lot to be able to use late round as needed. I mean, you see, it's still X Kairos and stuns left too. Just, they don't waste it, and they still manage to get some map control, 1 kill as well on the Rexen, who's again their best fragger, but we haven't necessarily seen what Factor can do yet.
Doodle walking back up, and yeah, you mentioned Factor. He's going to be staying in close to piano.
But he got rid of his own chairs. Now he can't sit.
I don't think that's the plan. Hyena finds the kill on Pojo Man as Bolo gets up closer on the Ash and finds Factor. The headshot goes out the pistol, but he gets shot in the back. He turns away from Thomas, and the Chief still finds the kill. There you go. The grenade being taken out by an ADS. It's a 2 versus 2 as the plant will come down from Jarvis and Achieved, but no, Achieved is actually dropped, and Thomas will find 1. Doodle on the jump out. Goes back and he rotates in. That's the kill found.
Looks like we might have to do a rehost. Not sure why, but definitely a bummer. It might be just someone losing sound or something like that, but either way, we will be going through that quickly. But 2-2, definitely not what I expected. Good run for LG that time, and
Bolo that got dropped.
That got dropped.
Yeah, he dropped from the lobby.
Let's be clear there. Could you imagine the firestorm you'd start right there if people thought, oh, got dropped, TSM mid-match?
Yeah. It goes from an ace to getting 1 kill.
Yeah.
Done.
You've done your work already. We don't need you on the team anymore.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was some great counterplay. Unfortunately, it seems like Jarvis's ability to push in with the rest of the team towards the end on Garage and Lobby was not as effective as it was whenever they were going for those console attacks, just because the utility was a little more constrained there. It was a little easier to make it work. It does work a bit with Lobby as well, but just it seemed like Achieve didn't necessarily know where he wanted to get that plant down, or at least was trying to fake it out. And just time management right there, struggling with him. But of course, Merc getting merked on that window again, not great. Just 2 rounds in a row on 2 different bomb sites. He's just, that's not great. That's not the way to do it, Merc. So you're going to have to rethink that Claymore strategy. Maybe have a tracks put up there at least. Oh, it doesn't help as much.
No. It'll slow down.
It's not a Nomad.
Some damage.
Yeah.
Aha. And that's really the big deal.
Well, you got it banned, so yeah. Do what you can, but either way, I don't think placing Claymores up there anymore is helping enough, unfortunately. Unless you get the kill first onto the smoke player. Then if you do, then hey, go for it. Plays all the Claymores you want. I was going to say, too, that maybe Doodle used that to jump out at the very end of the round to get that flank on Jarvis, but it was a different window he jumped out.
Why not just stay on the rappel until you clear admin, and then go for it?
They've got different jobs to do, I guess. I mean, I like the idea of Merc placing on a Claymore and then just focusing on his job. He is a great gunner, but we just haven't seen a ton of that because he's been getting killed early or been busy doing other things.
The Nomad was TSM's ban.
Man. Well, they figured they're bringing the gridlock. What do we need the number 4? We're going to place a Claymore down
And
here.
now you realize.
Yeah. Either way, it's still a situation they can rectify, and it's only 2-2 right now. Plenty of rounds left to play. Still 2 more rounds on their attack, and then they get to go on defense, which should slightly favor them depending on how they play it. We haven't really seen anyone on Luminosity that's really shining at the moment. You know, we've seen some plays here and there from some different players, but I can't point to anyone that's just like, oh, they're helping the team really win right now. It's just more like they've made individual little plays that have been able to pick off enough members of TSM that they're not able to succeed at the end of the round to close it out, basically.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Jarvis just hasn't been in those situations to be able to do it, but he's definitely put in an effort to try and do so. But it keeps being 2v1s versus him, and that's what's not working out for him.
Yeah, that early pick on the Zofia, it really hurts.
Yeah.
When you lose that manpower early on in the round, before you haven't really been able to do much, it weighs heavily on you. Because sure, you can turn it into 1v1 or 2v1, but you're losing men for free.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be doing that. Especially, like I said, a heavy gunner like Merc and Zofia's an operator for gunner players a lot of the times. Oh well, Merc, fix it. Just do it.
Thank you, Devin.
That's what I'm here for. Pro tips. Merc, do your thing. Better. That's it. Just do it.
We are waiting to get Bolo back into this lobby so we can get back into the game.
Hopefully his internet didn't go down because I don't think they have a team house.
No, not as far as I know.
So that would be an issue.
Yes, and we would need definitely a tissue for that.
Tissue issue?
No, it's an issue that requires a tissue to fix it.
Okay.
This is 5 a.m. wiseness.
I'm not sure I'm wise in this, but
I'm being insulted here, Chad.
it's been too long.
It has been too long.
Raleigh. But either way, I'm wondering here if Luminosity can continue this, or if this break will give TSM a chance to really just be like, look at the last 2 rounds that they lost and go, oh, you know what?
I mean,
Let's just change what we're doing here.
it will allow them to have a chat with Gotcha, right?
Yeah, and that's important. I mean, technically you can chat to them during the match as well.
Yeah, but
there's no I don't
can't.
think there is any restrictions because you can't realistically enforce that well on terms of coaches talking during the online matches. They can restrict that during
They're
LAN
also
play.
watching with a delay. If they're watching the stream, unless they have a feed directly with their
they can do
players.
individual players.
Some people have that.
But that's where a team house really does benefit you because a coach can stand behind you in a LAN type situation but actually be able to say things that you might be able to hear. Although you might need an audio feed because if they're wearing headphones, they might
Something Dark Zero really runs well. They actually have like an extra series of headsets for the coach to communicate. So it definitely...
It's a benefit for sure.
Yep.
I think if a team deserves a team house, it's definitely TSM though. They just need to pick it up in this second half and show that they were a good choice for online play as well. But they've absolutely proven themselves in LAN tournaments. That there's no way they should get relegated out. And if they do, that would be a very sad day for how strong this team can be.
I mean, they won. They made it to the quarterfinals at Raleigh. They won DreamHack Montreal, so they definitely need it.
Yeah.
Even though maybe the finances would come from more of the League of Legends team, but they haven't been performing too well recently.
But at least they get a LAN invite from winning the DreamHack. So
they go to Invitational.
that's important.
That's a huge factor for the team, which means you're definitely going to be seeing them later on. Now,
I'm trying to remember if that would be Jarvis's first time in an invite.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry,
Definitely not
that,
attending it.
Well, no, I mean actually playing it at one. You know, no, he was definitely attending because I remember seeing him attending it.
Yeah,
at one of the first ones.
I mean, he lives in Toronto.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. I think that was probably the first invite, but he, I don't think he's been able to. Well, because he's been on a variety of good teams. He was on Rogue at one point for LAN. He was on, Ominous when they were very good.
Ominous died for
Just
this.
a variety of good teams. I just don't think he's ever made it to an invite. It's one of the teams.
Oh, it's only been 3 of them.
That's true. So maybe we'll get this next one.
Okay.
Rockin', assuming he doesn't leave. You gotta oil that lizard. Assuming that's not a euphemism.
I don't know, man. I would like to have a pet lizard. A pet iguana. Oh, that would be so cool.
Really?
Yeah, iguanas are cool.
All right. Take your word for it.
I'd like to have a cat, though. But
That's quite a jump from an iguana. Well, hopefully Bolo's situated. Because because it did look like I saw someone with like 200 ping as we were getting in, so hopefully it's not an internet issue that continues, because he has been a strong fragger for the team, and he needs to be able to be aggressive and have a good ping to be able to make these plays, so that would definitely be not a great situation to be in.
10 seconds remaining.
Pretty much similar lineups coming out here, though, for the most part. Rexon going to try again on the Jaeger. They are going to try CEO console here again after failing it twice. This is literally the only bomb site they haven't won, so trying a third time, a bit risky when they could, I guess, go the Archive Tellers, but I understand they probably don't want to play that site, so it's back to this one until next round, in which case they will probably go Garage, I imagine, because, again, it's that or Archives Tellers, but that's if they win this. Well, actually, if they lose it too, I would as well switch it up. So, Bull going to be on that aggressive Ash potentially. So it looks like he's trying to decide where to enter from. Might go for a Visa push or help them take admin. Interesting that they're actually looking like an admin push this time. So this is the first change-up we've really seen in TSM's attack strategy for this bomb site. Maybe it's just due to they also don't want to have Merc die to placing that Claymore, so they'll take admin instead. The deployable shield there. Looking like they're just making sure no one's behind it. They could breach charge it, but I think Bolo doesn't want to give away his position just yet. Can actually use that shield a little bit to his own favor, and it is, you know, two-way, so he can look through it as well. Something I'm glad they changed. And you've also got Pojo working the angle here through the X-Chiral hole he opened up. And nope, they're not going to go. They're opening up an angle instead, downstairs. Oh, they just take out the shield as well. Nice. Well, they are set up with this admin push now. They have taken it successfully. They've got some control. Things are looking good. Merc's still alive. Claymore in his pocket. Good start here for TSM.
It's a good day to be a TSM fan, I guess. At least for this round. So Bolo continuing to drone on in here, and he should be able to spot the Maestro in the back. You'll see some teams running the Maestro, some others that will run the Dock. Both are very viable operators to run. Default Cam is going to get sniped out here. Bolo keeps firing on in and making sure that his opponents are kept at bay for as long as possible. Still breaching around left, and you see the smoke with Thomas really holding on to that shotgun for quite a while.
Ooh.
Hyena's going to find Bolo. Oh, man.
That's an important early kill.
That's what you get. Merc, though, from Thomas.
The revenge trade.
The smoke at 57 seconds and a bit of damage. Couple bullets absorbed here by Doodle. Force him back for a second, but Factor is alive. Still has a shotgun as well. Jarvis will find Rexon as he's clearing out the bottom side of the map. Impact nade right into Merc as Factor.
Dirty.
Taken away.
Diffuser trapped now, though. The important thing is they weren't able to get it down, and there was no smoke, so great denial. Now that Maestro Evil Eye cleared as well. Jeep finding another one by getting tased, so he knows there's another one in the room.
You know the Maestro is still in the back and can do so much. Doodle running the P10 Roni. And he's going to get taken away. Hyena on the Jarvis, playing the yellow stairs. Full HP with 15 seconds left. He finds the headshot. Merc off, achieved low. And one shot, Hyena saves the day. The Maestro playing in bathroom in yellow.
I said earlier that there was no one I was going to highlight as a player necessarily from LG, and Hyena just took that spot.
The Hyena laugh.
Yeah. Can only imagine how scary that sounds. And back to Garage, now a better bomb site for them. So good on them. They made up for their previous losses then on the CEO there. And that will definitely help things out, because now they can play Garage. And assuming they can deny Pojo's plant again and stall things out, that will definitely help. There's that sneaky mirror in there. That was pretty helpful last time. That mirror really slowed down Jarvis, and with only one smoke to try and deny it, he ended up burning that time, hoping to get a pick out of it rather than pushing, because he figured that would be too predictable. So things might have to go down a little bit differently this round. But also, having the mute upstairs that was playing and covering piano definitely was also a big reason they weren't able to successfully get that diffuser back and push. So I gotta imagine piano control going to be a priority for TSM this time, just to make sure that that doesn't happen again. But to see LG up here in the point lead against TSM, the way TSM have been playing too, it's a big surprise for me. I think LG started to pick things up a little bit. Hard to say how much Factor is a factor in that, but they've definitely been playing a bit better this match than I would have expected. Although, to be fair, TSM have been struggling online and, well, could continue with that.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
So again, the Miro play coming out from LG. I'm very intrigued by it, because Miro doesn't really see a ton of play on this map.
It's always funny when someone does it on the actual Garage doors.
Yeah, actually. And that works. That actually does work.
I don't feel like I've seen it work in Pro League, because I think I feel like every time I've seen it tried, it's failed, despite the idea. Like, it's a good idea, but in execution, I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong on that. There might have been one time it worked. I just feel like overall it's been like, meh, not so great. Bolo going to be the one on the balcony here this time instead of Merc. And he does not have a Claymore, but he's going to just take the upstairs. This is what Bolo's doing. He's doing the entry work, and it's working out pretty well for the most part for him. Merc here to back him up now this time, and also do some droning with him. Try and clear this out. This is looking pretty good in terms of entry. It's the ends of the rounds that have been the problem for TSM the last 3, though.
Give Bolo the FAMAS, and he'll be a happy camper, that's for sure. He played the Ashe, it wasn't as successful. So maybe it really is just the F2.
Yeah, just spam F2 in chat for Bolo to power him up.
You done did it.
Merc just holding an angle there on the top of his spiral stairs so can't rotate up. Nice pop of the window. Also droning, forcing him to rotate down without taking any damage whatsoever or even losing those drones. That was fantastic coordination right there. And Factor tries to punish it, but decides the better of it because I don't think he was going to land that C4. But I like the idea. This Twitch drone could even potentially take out that Maestro Evil Eye from down there, although it looks like he's going to rotate a different one to do the job.
Oh, trying to protect it, but there's another one left. Bolo's not going to switch over to the second one. The second...
No, not just yet. They've got this piano control, though. Pojo's going to open the door now.
Factor's going to have to pull back here in the mirror. The wall is being opened up here in a garage. A minute 5 left on the clock. Pojo Man continuing to drone, but that Maestro camera is just so difficult to deal with.
I know. He's got 2 Evil Eyes, and if he can use the one upstairs above the hatch to be able to take it out when he rotates it up, that would be great.
You can just hear it zapping everywhere.
Yeah. Definitely getting stalled out a bit here, but at least they bought themselves a lot of time to work with. And they do have the advantage in terms of HP. Both Doodle and Rexon have taken damage. And they have a lot of map control.
Bomb located by a
Thomas, for once, not using the shotgun. It's the SMG-11 in hand. Jarvis will find Doodle. Bolo with another, and a Thomas, a long-range shot there with the F2. Diffuser's going to get set by Pojo Man, immediately finding the opportunity and capitalizing on it. Firing and Ensheaved will find one, but Hyena gets the headshot on Pojo Man and clear him out. Factor hitting the nail on the head. That's the headshot he was looking for. Pre-firing around the corner. There's nobody around there.
No. They're definitely just looking for people at this point. TSM has all the advantage.
A small car on the side as Factor gets shot from above. Merc staying alive. Is not really sure here if TSM know where Rexon is. Now they do. It's all about timing here for Bolo. He's going to try to play it well, and there's time for it. Jarvis comes around from the back and finishes off Rexon as TSM lands around and ties it up.
Yeah, ending the half here tied up. Pretty good for LG, considering. But now they've got to go on the attack. And this is where I wonder, how is their time management and map control going to be in comparison with the great entries we saw from Bolo overall? It was Merc dying early that was really what gave Luminosity a lot of advantage. But outside of that, it was great entries. Whereas, I don't know if we're going to see that from LG. Is Factor actually going to stick that line? Oh, we'll see. Nope, he's going to sneak off of it. He should go to Blackbeard. That'd be funny. Nope, he's going to sneak out the Jackal, which is good because then if they don't know that's coming, they might be a little less cautious about their footprints. Pojo, though, going off of the smoke to a bandit.
Attackers need to locate
Interesting
and
choice
defuse
here
as many bombs as
for
they
this
can.
particular bomb site, just because, well, smoke's pretty useful to get those smoke canisters over top of the white van to be able to help deny. I mean, I guess you could also huck a C4 to do something similar, but the smokes are a little more effective at doing that for a much longer period of time in terms of air denial. Interesting that Luminosity also bringing the gridlock. Merc pretty good on that Vigil. Should be interesting to see if his roam play is going to work out, and maybe he can get some more revenge on Thomas. Although Thomas is going to be playing a little bit farther back as that Thatcher. So it's more like, can he sneak up on the Jackal, a Factor there, and
10 seconds to go.
stop him before he can catch his footprints? Because that is going to be a big counter to Merc, is his footprints getting
5
caught
seconds
out
remaining.
by that sneaky Jackal play that got 6th picked in. Well, Factor's drone getting spotted up there. Did Jarvis not see it? That's unfortunate. Maybe it's a little... Oh, there we go. Let's get picked off. Might also have been a little bit easier for us to see, though, because of the highlighting on hit.
Yeah.
So Factor already trying to clear out yellow stairs a little bit there, but loses the drone. They're worried about those spawn peaks because this is their first attacking round, and so you definitely should be concerned about spawn peaks your first attack round, because that's usually when people, yeah, I mean, I could see, for example, Jarvis just pulling out like a spawn peek on a dock or something, but in this case, it's going to be Bolo on the dock, and Jarvis is going to be playing a little bit more site support, like he's been doing for the team so far on that Maestro. See if he can do as equal to work as we saw from Hyena in those rounds. Ooh, nice pulling out that drone there successfully, though.
I wonder where the Vigil is stationed at this moment.
Yeah, Merc definitely sneaking around doing some work. Bolo the first to get a kill, and there you go, the Jackal down. Now that's going to offer Merc a lot of flexibility. Bolo as well, able to rotate around a lot more. That gives a lot of strength. So that early kill, absolutely important there. Great job by Bolo.
Definitely the direct counter to the operator.
Oh, Pojo.
A bit too far, and even there's Zofia charge to make sure that the Bandit would get pinned down. And it's not even required in this case. Are there any EMPs to clear the second wall, or is it just going to stay?
I mean, they could probably take out the battery from there. You guys just going to take it out from yellow, potentially?
It makes sense, but yeah, Thomas doesn't have any more EMPs, but he should have some support into entering Piano.
I like that he's playing a little more stealthy in this spot here. We're hoping someone rotates into him. Rexon, though, to take down Jarvis. Good trade there, and that's Maestro down, but 2 downed from Luminosity, and one of them finished off. Doodle as well looks downed. Well, it's hard to tell if that's just 1 HP.
Still looking around everywhere, and even you see at the top floor, reinforced hatches. Thomas will find the kill, taking out one that's achieved off the board in Piano. Doodle will be revived, but it only turns into a 3v3. There's a decent chunk of time left for LG before the assault, but Doodle's on 20 health.
Some of this aggression for TSM actually backfiring in that there's been a lot of kills going out for Luminosity in terms of being a 3v3 now with the amount of time Luminosity have had left. But they had to spend some of that picking up Doodle, though. There is also a dock left on TSM that could be used to heal up any of those players needed, but Merc can't get healed now. Bolo trades it.
Bolo trades it, and Pojo Man with a Nitro Cell into Hyena. Bolo with another to make it 3. TSM take round 7. Take the advantage so far in this match.
Bolo's hunting them clips. He is doing some serious work. This is like similar to what we saw from NVK in that last matchup.
Yes.
Just pumping them out. It's absolutely keeping his team in this, but again, that's somewhat due to Merc not being able to show up as much as we're expecting, I think. I mean, he's doing a little bit better now that he's not placing claymores to his own demise, but still, it's not as much as I would expect. However, unfortunately, Bolo's score is going to be reset when you see the scoreboard because of the rehost, so we won't necessarily be able to see how many kills he's racked up just yet. But we will see how many he racks up after the rehost. But I gotta imagine it's quite a bit. I think it was at least 6 before the rehost, if not more. Because I had made that one comment about it being more than the rest of the team. But looking pretty good. He's already up there at 4 again. Top fragging for his team already. Chief's going to bring out the Pulse this round. His realm not super successful last round, but he's going to need to stay alive for a long time this particular round. In fact, you're going to be bringing that Jackal again as well, so they're going to have to try and shut him down early if they want their own to work. But at least Merc is not necessarily going for that Vigil play this time, knowing that those Jackal gets brought.
10 seconds to go.
TSM finally in the driver's seat again, though. That's where they want to be.
5 seconds.
They are somewhat at the advantage of being on the defense here, assuming they can shut down a lot of these entries from Luminosity, or at least buy enough time.
So what's the plan for this one here? TSM run a similar lineup to the previous round. Actually, no, they changed things around. You'll have Achieved running the Pulse. I really wonder where he's going to be playing. I really like the Vigil play in the previous round. It at least ended up delaying Luminosity quite a bit and burning a lot of time off of them before the final assault, and it worked out well, I have to say. But you have Bolo running the Maestro. It's going to be all the way up. Maestro Junior,
Yeah.
I guess.
See some Jackal pings coming out already as well, so at least factor making sure he gets some work put in. And he's just going to go for the rotate now, though. Just helping identify some of those early footprints. And again, the gridlock being brought. Pretty consistent here for these two teams to bring the gridlock on this particular map. We also saw it a bit earlier as well. Just seems like a good op for this map. So it's good to see that both the Australian operators get played, although we actually haven't seen a ton of Mozzie in this match here, interestingly enough. I guess it's one or the other. In this case, it's been interesting to see at least not Nook once today, but not sure we're going to see Warden.
We saw Warden in EU.
Yeah,
but it didn't really do much.
Yeah, exactly. I don't expect to see it here in NA.
You can literally run like you just might as well run Valkyrie, right?
Yeah.
But here you go. Achieved is going to get dropped through the smoke. Factor finding him as he tried to rotate away into copy room. There was a shield right in front of him, so maybe got stuck on that as well. Definitely does not help. Merc with a shotgun up close and personal where it's supposed to be with the Maestro in support and back. Factor is taking a lot of damage, and Thomas as well. So in total, it's like you've lost a player. If you kind of hate me once. Oh, trying to hit through the wood there, and it should normally connect, right? You should be able to do damage through it,
Yeah,
but
just a bit.
this is not wood, this is marble, and it doesn't work the same way.
Unfortunate. But footprints instead going to work against this mute player here. Poor Merc. But things have slowed down at least, and so they have that. Pre-fire's trying to help, but no, does not catch, and there's where the ping played up.
Bomb located by attackers.
Well done by Doodle to realize the advantageous position he was in. The reverse repel is difficult to deal with, and you hear Rexon on the Zofia on reverse repel. And he's going to stun Pojo Man for a second as Jarvis collects 1 kill, and no, Rexon staying alive as he gets the head of Pojo Man. Sure if there was a drone here to support him, and he'll stun a second one as well, and Projector. Jarvis sitting up behind him, gets a headshot. Factor with 1, but Luminosity control the round as Factor comes around by Long Desk and finds it. Luminosity are just fighting back and punching at TSM. Definitely not giving them any hopes.
No, good admin take. They were able to use that pretty effectively. I mean, Merc tried to stall it out, but catching one player on the rotate out of the admin office definitely cost them, losing someone early on that entry trying to contest it. I mean, we've seen that time again. We heard that earlier in the interview as well, that contesting entries into admin can be a suicide job sometimes. It is definitely something that's difficult to do. And in that case, it definitely backfired on them. But also, letting them take admin can work heavily against you, and we also saw that. But they need to do something to deny this Jackal here. They're really, really struggling. If he's able to get those footprints out, it's really compromising a lot of their positions. They are going to bring the Mozzie, though, this time. So Pojo's going to be able to deny some of those drones. See how that works out for them. And they are going to be playing in lobby. So now all 3 bomb sites for them, although there are 4 on this map. Generally, a team's only going to have 3 they're going to play, though. Heine and Factor up there doing some good work, though, ever since the rehost as well. Jarvis actually up there at 5, so probably haven't highlighted enough some of the kills he's been dropping. Really curious if Pojo's pests are really going to make a huge difference here in denying Luminosity's ability to push in a little more effectively this time. They did have a mute last time, and that didn't seem to stop them well enough, whereas we know the pests are a bit more effective than the mute. Plus, if you just jam a drone with your mute, that doesn't necessarily benefit you as much as taking control of a drone. And then usually, we see that very often. A lot of times, end of round is where Mozzie shines. When they're trying to get a plant down or post-plant situations, you see a lot of the drones that have been taken over by Mozzie getting pings and calling things out for teammates who are trying to clutch. It's a very common thing to happen. So it's definitely important to have those pests in good positions, even if they don't stop early round droning. Factor a little concerned here, opening things up. Again, going for an admin take here for lobby. Not a surprise, though. They had a pretty successful one last time. Might as well continue with that, see if you get some footprints from anyone who stepped inside here. You know they're going to be defending Projector pretty much the same way, but you know there's also going to be less people upstairs. And now Merc has been spotted with Jack footprints.
Zofia still in the copier and just droning around. There's nobody at the other end of the hallway, at least not spotted yet. So one in yellow, and you'll see Bolo as well, close up by the bathroom. Usually you'll see a player like that just holding off in bathroom itself, because you have the angles. Everything has been preset for Bolo to stay in it. But it's going to be a bit more proactive early on in the round, as it doesn't seem to be a direct threat.
He definitely needs to be able to pick someone off early. I mean, his entry plays definitely was good in terms of getting early picks, and he needs to do the same thing on defense like he has been previously. Because without his aggressive early picks, it seems like LG are able to just kind of slowly roll in and get map control because no one else is really contesting them all that strongly, or at least successfully. Now they've got some angles set up as well. Bolo needs them picks.
So Factor coming in to Projector. At least for TSM, they're wasting so much time. Bolo will switch over to the camera as he's checking things for himself. We'll hear the Jackal firing up upstairs. There's no push against them just yet. Really, things are slowing down. Luminosity are trying to gather as much info as possible.
This is where TSM needs to play against that. They know this is the droning part. There's Bolo getting 1. That's a good start. Again, the Jackal down. That's important play here, but you know you're getting drone now. You need to play really flexible. You can't hold static positions. There we go. Jarvis picking up a second here. Looking pretty good for TSM with 44 seconds left for Luminosity. At least Bolo's down next to Thomas.
LED5 will find one. That's Thomas on a Bolos, as you say. Doc is out. Bit of damage done to Havana. 4v3 and make that a 4v2 as the Maestro pops up and finds a kill. And Achieved hears players above him. Knows that there's at least one. The Nitro Cell will be detonated, but actually that opens up an extra hole to be used against TSM later in the round. Let's say that Jarvis comes around from the back. He finds the kill on Thomas. Living Doodle only alive, but not for long. It's the Maestro, or actually, no, Jarvis peeking out against them.
Jarvis has definitely come alive in terms of getting a lot of these kills now. Bolo was still the one to open things up, though, and that's been important, I think, in a lot of these rounds to winning. As I was saying, is him getting these opening picks and getting some man advantage, because it seems like TSM aren't able to really push back aggressively until they have man advantage. They're just not getting into great positions. It seems like the solidness of the push from LG is not being countered very well without some weakness in that, especially if you take down the Jackal first. But some great follow-ups there as well from the other players on TSM, especially Jarvis, who got the second and I think the last kill. Bolo actually going to switch off the Doc onto the Bandit to work Garage this time instead of Pojo Man, who's actually going to stay on that smoke. Probably smart to keep that in hand. As I mentioned earlier, just the utility of that. And Achieved going to be picking up the Mozzie. So a lot of switch-ups on who's playing what, taking each other's roles and stuff, and that, of course, is good flexibility there. As we said earlier, Gotcha can also be making call-outs as well for the team in terms of like, hey, you need to switch this up, things like that, acting as kind of a secondary IGL. But he may not be doing that, may just be observing as much as he can in terms of maybe his teammate screens even. It's hard to say. I'm not sure there's even a way they can really stream. As I know, for example, something like TeamViewer is prohibited during matches, so I don't know if they're even a way that they're allowed to stream to their coach.
You can technically run OBS and kind of stream it to... I
was just trying to think if there was a rule specifically against...
For OBS, I'm not sure. I know it is for TeamViewer, as you're saying. But, you know, maybe through Discord as well.
It's true. There's lots of options they could be doing it, but...
There's a few ways, and, well, there's a few coaches that definitely use the sort of way of... how do you say? Capturing the screens and being able to see things live, because you don't want to rely on 4 or 5 minute delay on the Pro League stream.
Yeah, you can't call timeouts to make up for that either on online.
Well, you can't call timeouts in general, but
I just mean you can on LAN.
Yeah, that's true.
So
excuse me.
Okay, you're excused.
Merci.
Let's see if Merc can get some more sneaking around this time, and we good capture there. Good denial, and he's going to get on that drone immediately, try and back it out so they can't kill it, because that's usually what happens right after you capture the drone. Someone shoots it. But if you're able to escape with it, of course, you could set it up in good position for later when they go for the execute. Tracks are going to rotate up, but Merc staying alive, though, and actually, I think, had just good timing with the cloak there right as the drone went past.
Either way, it's still a loss of a drone, no matter how you look at it. Either you have to destroy it yourself because it got hacked, or obviously the better alternative is to just control it yourself as a defender. That's really the strength of the Mazda. If you're capturing one drone throughout the round, that's still pretty darn good, because you're denying many other positions that otherwise would leave your flank open. And I assume that there's something here as well, because you see the drone just parked outside and not even in a position to watch for flanks. It's just... there's something preventing it from moving.
Well, it's funny that they're going to have to use a lifeline to open up floor, because we've got 2 operators on attack with secondary shotguns that could open that up, both Doodle and Factor. So a little bit of a waste of utility there, but hey, time management, they need to get things set up for this. At least they've got the garage open, one half of it, that is. Doesn't look like Hyena's been able to open the second half. They are going for Thatcher now, so I got to imagine he's working on that. Pojo's in position, though, to deny a push here. 45 seconds left, throws the first smoke. If he bides his time, well, those second 2 smokes could be enough to stall us out. But there's a C4 in Bolo's hands that could work against Yellow Stairs or against the White Van push.
Thomas will find one unachieved. Factor will take a decent chunk of damage there. Nitro Cell thrown out, but Unfortunately, premature from Bolo. Gets himself in the secondary position here as Pocho Man will find one. Bolo with another onto Thomas as Rexon and Doodle will find a kill each. And now it turns into Bolo on his own with low HP.
Oh!
The Claymore behind Bolo.
Well done.
I really liked the position when he died at the end, just hit the railing. Like, whoop.
Yeah, surprise.
He got yeeted.
That's definitely a
Who
situation
could
where
say?
the Claymore really saved the round there.
Mm-hmm.
Got yeeted.
Even though he was low on HP, I mean, still possible, but hey.
Yeah.
Well done by Luminosity. It's a 5-5. This is actually a much closer game than we expected it.
It's also not good for TSM. They need to get out of that losing position of 7th place. And to do so, they need to get some wins, not ties. So they really need to make sure that they not only secure the next round to guarantee the 1 point, but follow that up with 2 rounds to get that 3. Prove that they've managed to adjust their online play to make up for how it compares to their offline play, which has been great. Bolo again going to be on that dock. Jarvis, though, the one to actually be top fragging here. Although Bolo would be top fragging had we not had the rehost, I believe. Hard to say, though, without the actual stats. Merc has been able to show up. I think Bolo and Pocho Man really had a great crossfire that last round. They did a great job stalling things out with C4s, smoke, gunfire, things like that. But it was just the trades onto everyone else, and then Bolo eventually getting caught by a Claymore was not exactly what they had in mind, but I thought that was a really good defense. Just ultimately just didn't work out because of small things.
5 seconds left.
Bolo with that bulletproof camera set up somewhere as well. I feel like the number of operators that have bulletproof cameras now that are useful operators, we're definitely going to see a lot more bulletproof cameras combined with the Maestros and or the Echo Yokais. So I think defense intel is definitely going to be very strong. Also, the deployable shields now work as a bit more intel. So really, intel very, very strong for defenders at the moment, just all around. No matter how many bans you do, it's just there is strong options for them. So it means the attackers really need to make sure they have good counter intel, and they're making sure to drone very carefully before taking admin this time. They can't afford to lose anyone on that, especially not to Bolo. In fact, they're going to be looking for those early footprints, not finding any. Just opening up the floor as well, though. Like I said, Doodle and Factor both bringing the secondary shotguns does give them some options to be able to open up some floors. They don't really need to run a buck the way we saw Achieve running buck earlier, just because of the double play, whereas we didn't really see the Jackal much come out from TSM. It was just more just the gridlock. Merc, though, trying to stay alive and just do work with this heartbeat sensor, is going to at least be able to call out one, but he's not going to catch a whole lot of them from down there, and he actually is going to get caught out on a rotate, I think. And they're just working their way from admin, and this is where they need to push back again. This is where Bolo needs to get one of those early kills so they can start to push back. Last time they pushed pretty heavily, and it didn't really work out so well for TSM.
Well, Thermite Charge is going to open up an extra angle here to look down into Projector, but Merc is downstairs still. With Nitro Cell, and will he actually find the kill at some point?
It's a little early. You really don't want to do that till more than like late round, I think.
Yeah, either late round or 100% you're going to get that.
Yeah. You don't want to give away such a crucial utility, but also you don't want to give away your position.
Oh, and speaking of positioning, Jackal finds him. Factor. Great play there.
Now they're going to be watching out for that C4 play, and also conscious of the fact that they're going to be caught out in terms of their positioning. It's definitely going to work, again, that intel for defenders.
So Nitro Cell thrown right into Doodle here as it gets shot down by Merc coming up the service stairs. Factor is chasing, and there's so many feet. Oh my. It's a category on its own. 43 seconds left here as Luminosity are on the back foot. Utility's already been used up, and Jarvis will tap away, and Factor is taken out. Another one for Achieve. The Thomas and Hyena will get a kill each. Still 3v2 advantage for TSM. With Merc available, information should be aplenty. What you'll be doing at least is delaying Luminosity and having them always watching their backs. Smoke's going to be spotted. Pocho Man not sure if he still has any bits of utility. But Merc is in prime real estate, and there you go. That's the diffuser on the window. This round is pretty much done and dusted. TSM take round 11. They're at 6-5.
Guaranteed 1 point now. That's what they needed to make sure they at least move up on the scoreboard, especially after Sonic's loss earlier. They just need to create as much distance between them and that last place. Yes, there's not the auto relegation, but you still do not want to be in 8th place at all, because that leaves you, the further you get into the last play days, the more difficult it is to dig yourself out of any kind of potential relegation position. We'll see how they do here on lobby. Second time. Now they have won all 3 bomb sites. Some of the time at least. They won garage once, lobby once, console once. But also have lost them as well, garage and the console CEO. So we're going to try this lobby again for the final round either way. I do think, though, if they can keep it up, TSM definitely can close this out. But with how back and forth it's been, it definitely could go either way. It's just TSM now really just need to adapt to the way that LG have been playing and read into it. And still, again, factor on that Jackal has really been a problem for them. They need to be able to do something about him. Every time they're able to take him down, it really helps smooth things out for them. But at the same time, we saw such great play from Merc on the Pulse last time. It's funny to see Achieved get switched over to that instead. However, Merc will be back on the Maestro. Now, last time I think he wasn't as useful as we were hoping. Interesting Evil Eye position there.
10 seconds left.
Hopefully it doesn't get rotated on him, like the ghost rotate that can happen sometimes.
5 seconds left.
So that could definitely not be a very useful angle if it does.
The ghost rotate?
Sometimes there's some issue occasionally, I'm not sure if it has to do with other players being on other cameras and stuff like that, where your Maestro Evil Eye can get rotated on you.
Huh.
It happens. I'm still not sure what exactly the cause is, but it's been seen in the wild.
Reloading.
Seeing Doodle on this gridlock again. He's been pretty effective on it, for the most part, at least in terms of getting his utility down, similar to Jarvis. Just got to make sure he picks up some kills as well. So we know he's capable of fragging. But at least it hasn't been just the Rexon show for Luminosity, which is nice to see. They've seemed to spread things out in terms of kills a little bit more. There's Factor doing his thing again. No footprints hanging over the little edge there, though. I like how they can hang in midair, just like footprints do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And, well, they're going to be hanging out on the floor this time. I'm going to be able to scan one of the players. I'm sure he's spotted.
He's going to be calling out that hole that they're playing.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of expected, right? These are pre-placed holes that are very common.
But you know someone's playing them now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important thing. Is they could try and push them from the balcony as well, or just push from the admin side. Really depends on how they want to play this. But they're a little focused. Factor actually kind of obsessing a bit too much. But Rexon taking down Jarvis early, who has been getting quite a few frags, is definitely a good early kill. Puts Luminosity in a position to try and tie this out a little bit sooner.
So Bolo is alive and he's on yellow. He also has Merc nearby in the bathroom.
He did give away his position, though.
Yeah? Maybe that'll be the linchpin near the end of the round. There's nobody pushing in from the top floor, at least not from what I can see so far. Rexon keeping
Move out.
as much fire as possible downrange to pull back the Maestro. He's afraid of that Alda, and
yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. Factor takes him out from behind. That's 2 kills now for TSM. But the Maestro and the Jaeger have been eliminated. TSM are playing so far back. It's both Bolo and Pojo Man. Achieved, I'm not sure where he is, but there should be 3 Nitro Cells here in play for the team. No.
Oh, good capture there, though. That stuff that can help Pojo still alive, too, to be able to use that.
2 Nitro Cells, excuse me. It happens. Rexon will come out the yellow stairs here, pre-fire up, but it would be lovely to have a drone for it. Oh no, Achieved! Rexon and Doodle will get a kill each, and Pojo Man is last alive. This is all but done in a flawless round for Luminosity as they tie things up 6-6. TSM escape with 1 point, but Luminosity are just there to strike.
More important thing is LG escaped the Pojo clutch lull.
Don't leave the lobby until the game is done.
You goofed it.
Come on,
Mess
man.
up the stats. Well, either way, good 6-6 tie there. Again, not the tie match we were expecting of all the matches today, although it was pretty close to a tie in the second match.